serve anything, but sit down. Well, remember, there would be no electricity here in the kitchen, but they do have a refrigerator here. How do you run a refrigerator if you don't have electricity? Somebody said it, propane gas. That's right. Propane used quite a bit in the Amish community for heating, cooking, lighting the house. You'll usually see a big tank of propane gas in the yard outside an Amish home. No outside electric lines coming into the house, and they love these pull-down blinds for their windows. Some Amish feel curtains are a little too worldly. Very simple decorations in the home. Just a simple coat of paint, nothing too fancy on the wall. No photographs or images of people in their home. They feel that that is a graven image. That is forbidden in the second commandment in the Bible. And that's the reason they don't like to have their photographs taken out in public. Now I see some things like the sewing machine here. That's an old treadle sewing machine, operated with a foot pedal. Some of the Amish ladies still like those. Well, we do have a more modern sewing machine over here, and that one's run by a car battery down underneath. So that one has been Amishized. There are Amish settlements in 31 of our states and 4 provinces in Canada. Lancaster County, though, is the oldest Amish community in the world. We were founded around 1740, and there are no Amish living in Europe anymore. The last settlement there disappeared around 1936, so that makes us the oldest and also the largest Amish community. Now, these different communities keep in touch through newspapers like this one. This is called The Budget, and it is printed in Sugar Creek, Ohio. And it contains news and information coming in from all these different Amish settlements, sent in by people that live in those settlements. And this is going to give you all the news you need to know. Who was at church last Sunday? What kind of weather are we having? What are the crops like this year? Who had a baby? Who passed away? That's the news you need to know. No politics, no sports, nothing like that. You will notice the paper is printed in English, not in Pennsylvania Dutch. But Pennsylvania Dutch is their first language, and that's what they speak around a home or to other Amish they might see in public. Do we have any German speakers in the audience, sir? No, nobody speaks German. We got a number of people that do speak German, and I always hand them this example of Pennsylvania Dutch. Now, I had some Amish ladies that did the tour back in the summer, and I handed them this example, and the Amish lady took one look at it and she said, I can't read this. Pennsylvania Dutch is a spoken language. They're not used to seeing it in print, so she couldn't read it. But when the children start to go to school, that's when they start to learn English. That's their second language. And of course, the Amish have their own school system, about 300 little one-room schools, like the one that's in the back of the property here that was built by Amish craftsmen for us. And this is where the children go to school from 1st grade to 8th grade. And then they're finished with their education after the 8th grade. No high school or college for them. Those schools are taught by young Amish ladies in their teens, early 20s, that are not married. I have heard one as young as 14 teaching school. And they have all 8 grades together in one room. That's the way it's done. We have a mirror here on the wall. That might be used by the young men to shave. Young men will continue to shave until they're married. Then they grow the beard. That's how you tell an Amish man is married. He's not going to wear a wedding band. That's jewelry. That's too fancy. But he will have the beard. No mustache, however. Back in Europe, years ago, back in Germany, the soldiers like to wear those big mustaches. The Amish are against warfare. They will not serve in the military, and they were often persecuted by the soldiers. So they did not want to look like a soldier, and they refused to grow a mustache for that reason. And they brought that tradition with them when they came over here. Any questions here in the kitchen?